What's up, YouTube? This is Rudy Banks, your host of the Entrepreneur Journey, back with another valuable video. Hope you guys are doing well. If you haven't already, make sure you check out the new community tab. Thanks to you guys, 1,000 plus subscribers. Now I can communicate to you guys through the YouTube community, so I can share pictures, videos, all that cool stuff. Give you updates on what's coming next as far as video content. So I owe it all to you guys. Special shout out to Mary Ann and Malik. You guys won the challenge as far as, you know, the 1,000 subscriber challenge. So you guys got your cash. Hopefully everything's all well, put it to good use. And those of you who actually joined the course through the last video, look forward to seeing you guys on the inside of CPA affiliate marketing course, CPA Ninja.pro. Make sure you comment in the group. If you need help, reach out. I'm there to help you guys out. So today's video, I'm talking about Fiverr and freelancing. Now, Fiverr is not about just doing $5 gigs anymore. Hopefully you got past that. It's no longer just about $5. There's people making over $1 million on Fiverr just doing freelance work. So to me, in this video, I'm gonna go into why I do Fiverr and what you can do in the software, my secret sauce, the software that I use to just make it so much easier to create content, whether it's graphics, logos, t-shirt designs. If you're interested in those type of things and you want to start your own creative services business and scale that up into an agency at some point, watch this video. You won't be disappointed. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to another valuable video. Today I want to show you how to do some freelancing, why I do freelancing, and just want to inspire you guys that you could do anything you put your mind to. You just have to take action. And so one of the things I harp on, you probably get tired of hearing me talk about it, but when it comes to CPA and affiliate marketing, there's a lot of things you have to do over and over and over. And at some point you should be so efficient at it you can do it in your sleep. For example, if I'm doing a YouTube video or YouTube channel, you know how many thumbnails and stuff I've created? At some point I become very efficient at it. I can do it in my sleep. You know, I got the thumbnails, I got the text, I got my little tools that tell me which the best keywords to use so my videos can be found, you know, what you guys are searching for, what you like. I got analytics, all that stuff is data. You learn from that. When it comes to the marketing aspect, you should be able to do a basic landing page. If you don't know how to, you know, go back through these videos, search the channel, just type in here landing page. So there's tons of videos on here. Show you guys how to create a basic landing page. There's videos to show you how to do Wix websites. I got some more stuff coming with WordPress as well. But you got to get some basic skills. And once you do that, it compounds. It's all about having a foundation. You know, if you don't have a solid foundation, you're going to crumble. You might be able to get some projects, get some things, but if you don't have a solid foundation, you will falter, you will fail, it will crumble. So I wanted to show you how I evolved. Again, you know, with Banks Media, on Banks Media, I've done websites, I've done graphics and different things like that. But I've constantly done freelance work to keep my skills sharp. By doing this freelance work, it gets my name out there and people see what I'm doing, and people call me up. Hey, I got a new website. I want my website redone. This is one I just recently redid. You know, it's a tax season, so you can, you know, check out Moet. She has a tax business. You know, all her information is on here. The contact forms. She has an app that she uses that you can actually submit. You know, I've got her startup pages, all that stuff's on here. I went in and created some encrypted web forms so people can submit the information online. So just all these things that'll make it easy for people to do business with her. And the next thing I'm gonna do is some SEO, search engine optimization, all those things. But it all comes from doing. And if you just keep plugging away at this stuff, it's not easy when you first get started, but I'm here to encourage you to just keep going, keep striving, and results will follow. I always had affinity for like creating graphics and stuff too. And so over time I got a little bit better at that. But now the types of tools and things that are out is so much easier. And so that's what I wanted to jump into next is, Fiverr. Fiverr back in the day, it was like $5 gigs. People would do a gig for $5. It's still called Fiverr, but average gigs are not $5 anymore. It's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I mean, there's people, you can Google it, but there's a guy that made over $1 million doing Fiverr gigs. So it's possible, because the second thing, not only do you keep your skills sharp, but you're meeting other companies, you're meeting other people who are starting a business who need your services. So for example, I like the marketing space. I like to do the ads and all that stuff too. But if I help a person with a graphic design project or help them with a website, now, that just builds that relationship. I deliver on that, I get a good rating. And then, if they need other services, now we have a relationship. If I go in my messages here, I got a lot of people that reach out. Sometimes they're not even buying a particular gig, but they're saying, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? And then I have to come up and scratch my head. It's like, man, can I do something custom for this person? For example, one guy reached out, he's got a CBD business and that, I get a good rating. And then, if they need other services, now we have one presentation. I was like, well, I got to make a decision. Do I outsource that or do I just go ahead and do it myself? But I have the capability. So if I have the time and I want to do that gig and build a relationship with that person for future business, I can go ahead and do it and make it happen. But I just want to show you just a quick overview, just some of the gigs I have on Fiverr. I probably need to expand this out or just start outsourcing the stuff I've done. But I'll just show you this one. For example, this is a particular gig. Again, Fiverr shows you all your metrics. If I click on this gig, this is the view I want it. So I do stuff for people that have e-commerce stores and authors and books and things like that. They might have a logo or something, but they want to see it, modeled, or see it on a t-shirt or, a mug or a book. So I just did a couple of things like that. This is my portfolio of projects I've done for other people. And so what I want to accomplish in this video to show you it's possible. And if this is something you guys are interested in, if you want to know my secrets and things, how I first got started, because the challenge with Fiverr is you can build a profile, build an account, but if you don't have any reviews and no sales, it's hard to get that very first one. So I can share some tips. I'm thinking about doing like a little mini course on how to do this whole approach. But the secret sauce is the software behind all my design work. I love Photoshop, but when it comes to Fiverr, you want to get the product in and out and done. You don't want to spend 10 hours trying to do a project, because then you're not making any money. So this is kind of basic outline. You got the title, I got my reviews, I got some preview images of my portfolio, and I talk about the gig. Here's all my stuff, all the pricing. So once you got this set up, I got great reviews. Number one rule in freelance is you got to deliver. You got to have good communication, and you got to deliver. A lot of times I deliver my gigs ahead of schedule, and I actually probably over deliver, because I give them more products than they ask for. And at times people appreciate that, and they'll give you a tip. So that's always good. But let me fast forward. My secret sauce is this software here. So these are all the images that I've done for people and delivered on my gigs. You can see this person, they've got books and different things. So a lot of times they've already had their book cover design, and all I have to do is then is import it in my software, and I just find the right model. These are logos. They want to see it on like an e-commerce store. They want to show it on a water bottle. I've got pages and pages of this stuff. Pages and pages. T-shirts. They give me the logo. Sometimes I'll have to manipulate it a little bit, because they might send me like this graphic on this tee. I think one time they might have sent me just with the white text, and not the black. So then I had to do a quick edit. So it never hurts to know how to do certain things in Photoshop. I mean, just a color replacement. That's all I had to do. But as you can see, these are here, and I basically give them a link, and then they pick out which models they want, and I'll just import them in. I'll go in and crop and resize the image to make sure it looks halfway decent, you know, on the model. You can see I delivered a lot for that particular gig. Let me show you another. Just some stuff I did for myself. I'll show you my t-shirt apparel. But again, you could do logos in here. So I did logo mock-ups for people, and it's very, very simple to use. And the particular software I use, you can pay per image. I don't highly recommend that because you're gonna pay like $3 or $4 an image. So if you're doing a gig, you know, a $10 gig, and you're having to pay $4, $5 per image, you're not gonna make any money that way. But you can do a subscription service. So here's a bunch of other examples. This is somebody's book. That's my Banks Media logo. You got to keep marketing yourself as well. So I did a bunch of t-shirts and mock-ups. So I was working on logo for a juice bar. So that's all the mock-ups. And again, I'm just going to show you how easy it is just to do a logo. So let's just say I want to do a logo, and it's called Banks Consulting. I used to have a engineering consulting company back in the day. Look, this is how smart the technology is. I already picked it out. It's going to go through and show me all the different examples, and I can go through and change the colors. I can change icons, all that stuff. So does anything stick out to me? Banks Consulting, Banks Coaching, Banks Consulting. That's pretty generic. Let's skip around here. So a lot of people just need a basic icon and, you know, text logo. They don't need anything super fancy. I'm going to pick one just to show you how easy it is. Banks Consulting Industries, company logo maker. I'm just going to grab this just for example. So I'm clicking on that. So if I don't like the colors, I can easily go here, pick a different color, red or something. Maybe make that like a gray. I can change the text over here. Hire me. A lot of different things. I can change the image. If I don't like the image, I want to put the R, put a B. A lot of cool stuff. And that's basically it. And then I can move stuff around. I can resize it. And then all I would do then, I would just hit download. So now I have a downloadable image. You notice it's got a white background. Maybe I don't want a white background. I want it to be transparent image. And that way I can, you know, show that on any site. And depending on the background, it'll show it for me. I can change the text. I can change the fonts. So much you can do. Move everything, get it like you want it. There's say you want to do a clothing t-shirt brand. I'm just going to show you that. So let's just call it nah, I don't want to do copyright. Let's do yeah, Banks. I can spell Banks. Banks Gear. Clothing brand, hit apply. You guys got to help me too. I need to come up with a name for our subscribers for the channel. Some guys had like the G Squad and the gang, and I know we all talk about the entrepreneur journey. So if there's something that you guys could think of that we could, coin at our own name, I might do some branching. I might do some apparel or merch or stuff around that. Okay, Banks. Okay, that's interesting. Banks Gear, Bank Squad, or Banks Gear. So this is a clothing brand. Say I don't like the yellow. I want something red and black. Red and black. Banks Gear. That's kind of cool. If I was a skateboarding company or whatever, got the graffiti look to it. Sometimes I like simple. Simple is better sometimes. All right, so I got to pull it up. I can change the overlay image there. Maybe I don't want that red shadow. I want it black. See, just make it pop. And I don't want a white background. I want it transparent. There's some text down here I didn't see. Oh, I need to fill that in. Established 2020. Just created a new company. Need to change the color so you can see it. All right, there we go. So I got my established, and now I got a logo. I'm ready to go. Now I can start putting it on t-shirts and selling it. So let's fast forward. I mean, 'cause you can do so much stuff in here. You can do videos and all kinds of crazy stuff. But I wanted to take you over to just my t-shirt apparel. So if you go to inspiremetees.co, it'll take you to a Teespring store. So if you want to do a t-shirt business, you can do it free with Teespring. Basically each shirt has its minimum price. So, you know, a premium shirt may cost $10 raw materials, and then you'll sell it for 18 or whatever the number may be. It might be 15 raw materials, and you sell it for 18. Every shirt you sell, you know, you make $3.99, whatever your margins you figure out. But actually I have this shirt. I don't have it on right now, but you've probably seen it in previous videos or on some of my thumbnails. Got hoodies. But again, all these skills compound. So, you know, you gotta have a title, something that's searchable, you know, creating the images and thumbnails. I did all of these images right in the software right here. Same software. Did all my images. All you gotta do then is just upload them and give them a name, give them a price, say what colors you want it to be available. I will say one trick, if you're gonna do a black shirt, then I would like this logo has black, white, and gray in it. So what I had to do is I took all the black out of that. So when it's on a black shirt, when it's printed, the black of the shirt comes through as the black background of the image. If not, the ink may or may not match the fabric. And it was a trick that I learned on YouTube before I went too far. Somebody had that. So, and even same thing with the red. I had red in this logo originally. So what I did, I just basically made this little red, these lines. You can't really see it, but this was red, and I took that out and made it transparent. So any color of the t-shirt will actually show through as an outline. It's like a little bit of green. So those are little tips. And I got a t-shirt like that too as well. So I might have said a lot, but I just want to show you how you start small with freelancing. I encourage anybody to start a YouTube channel, because you're going to learn so much about just creating a little bit of graphics. You know, I do all these graphics now right in Canva. And I'm, like I said, guys, I'm transparent. I show you guys everything to a fault. But all my thumbnails, I do them in Canva now. I used to do all this stuff in Photoshop. It took me hours and hours and hours. But if you remember, I did a tutorial video on how to do thumbnails, and I was showing you guys how to do them. And after a while, I was showing you how to copy other thumbnails. And before you knew it, I started finding my own voice or my own design style. And so all my thumbnails pretty much have the same look. I like the text to pop. You know, I like just bottom here. Like this is like, okay, you know, the headline, if you think about an ad, and then this is kind of like the sub headline. Okay, what is he going to talk about? Step by step AdWords media. And every now and then, I come home from church on Sundays. My wife can attest to this. I'll stand in front of a white wall if I'm dressed up or whatever I might have on. I'll just have her take a picture. And I used to agonize over this stuff. I would go into Photoshop and click all around all that stuff and to remove the backgrounds. But now you can go to remove.bg, go to that website, throw your image in there, and now you got an image of yourself or whatever it may be that you can just drop on any background without having to do a whole bunch of editing. So it's just over time, software just becomes so much easier to use. So again, that's what I've done in Canva. I highly recommend it. Did this last night to the wee hours this morning, you know, for the band that I play in. So we was working on, you know, a flyer and stuff. So I put this together. You know, just once you have a design in Canva, I just copy that one slide, and then I can change the background over and over and over. It's a beautiful thing. I just hit copy. I can delete this background. I'll go over to my backgrounds and say I want a different color behind that, and voila, just that simple. It's not bad. All right, so we talked about freelancing, the skills that you develop over time. And then it's just a matter of going to Fiverr, sign up for account. If you already have a buyer account, you just have to sign up as a seller, because you can be a buyer and a seller. But you know, when you're buying, you're under your buying account. If you want to be a seller, you just have to sign up for that. Once you have that, and then it's just a matter of looking through Fiverr and figuring out what gigs, you know, other people are doing, see what they're pricing them for. You know, figure out what skills you want to get better at. Don't try to do too much too fast. You don't see me on there as a web design agency and a whole bunch of extra stuff right now. I just started with a small sampling because I knew I could easily take my software. Speaking of software, I'll put a link below this video so you can get access to the software I use. And again, if you want me to do, you know, a little mini training or course on it, I'll build it on my Thinkific platform, the same platform that the CPA Ninja course is on. And those of you already in CPA Ninja, if I do this new course, I'll make sure you guys have free access to the Fiverr training. But again, I'm just giving back because there's so much information out here, and I'm trying to encourage you because there's a lot of information that says, you know, what to do, and but there's nobody really showing you step by step how to do it. And so that's kind of my whole method, is just be transparent, show you how, not just tell you, but show you as well. So with that being said, guys, I'm getting ready to do some editing these videos so you can see them. Hope you enjoy the content. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Keep the energy going. Don't forget to come over to the community. You know, ask questions. I'll do my best to start posting more pictures and information here to give you a heads up on what's coming next. And just see you at the top. Let's keep that 2020 vision going. Peace. Hold up, wait 1 minute. You stayed till the end. I appreciate you. Thanks for subscribing. And YouTube is recommending you watch one of these two videos here. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in another episode. Peace.